All right, it's been about 20 hours since I've launched my translation AI app, and guess what? We're already at 100K MRR. No, I'm just kidding. We have 2 users. One of them is me, and the other one is also me. So yeah, this is exactly what you can expect whenever you're launching pretty much any app. I just want to start by saying that. Anyways, second thing is in this video, I want to make it so that we can actually convert people a little bit better. If I go over here into my analytics on Vercel, we can see that I got 31 visitors, which is not bad. I only made a post about it on Twitter and that was it. And we got 0 conversions. Here's the thing. The conversion rate is definitely going to be lower because I do not have any sort of free plan. You click get started free and it's going to tell you you have to pay $8 a month. This is something I did last night. I added this to make it a little bit more clear because I don't want to surprise people with this. I don't want them to think they're signing up for free and then it tells them like, hey, this is a free trial situation. So anyways, I've added that. Now I want to make my homepage better. And I don't have any actual plan for this, but I figured in this video, you can watch me as I kind of just go through it and try to figure out what I don't like, what I do like. And hopefully by the end, we have a better looking homepage than what we have started with. And not just better looking from a visual standpoint, but better looking from a conversion standpoint. So first things first, the hero. That is where we want to start because ideally conversions are literally going to come here, get what they want to get as far as information goes, and then say, hey, I want to get started. Right now, are we really doing that? I don't necessarily think so. And along with that, I don't think this page explains very well what it is that we're actually doing. So what I would like to do first of all is show a list of the languages that we have on this page so people can know that. Let's just go ahead and stop thinking and just do that right now. All right, there we go. So now we have a nice little section that says translate between 56 languages, break down language barriers with support for major world languages and regional dialects. Okay, excellent. We have all these. Probably going to add some more languages soon because the beauty of the way that I set this up is it's so easy to add new languages. Anyways, we'll go ahead and leave this as it is for now. I think this section looks super nice. Let me just check on mobile quick to see what we're working with there. Okay, this is a long section on mobile. That might not be a bad thing though. The point is to kind of show how many different languages there are in this section. So I'm actually just gonna leave that as is for now. I think it looks great. Now, the next thing that I would really love to do is show like some examples. You look at this and it's like, oh, context and nuance and natural, nobody cares, right? At the end of the day, it's gotta be stuff that actually resonates with them. I think what we should do is have a section that shows like weird idioms in different languages, what Google Translate would say, and then what my translation AI would say. So let's go ahead and type up a prompt now to get that section in. All right, there we go. So we got this section now and it shows, see the difference, context matters, idioms and expressions lose their meaning in word-for-word translation. Here's how we compare. Excellent. Look at this. So we got the one that I understand, which is ne meche jabe babe, don't mix frogs and old women. Better translation AI, don't mix apples and oranges. And then we have some that I've never heard before. So in French, avoir les cafards. Probably saying that terribly. I'm not good at pronouncing French. Google Translate would say to have the cockroach. Better translation AI, to feel down / be depressed. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff here. Japanese, I want to borrow even a cat's paw. So I'm really happy with this because this actually speaks to the problem that drove me to make this, because I would hear things like this, translate and go, you want to borrow a cat's paw? I'm like, I'm not going to cut off a cat's paw for you. I don't know what you're asking me here, right? But it's just a simple idiomatic expression. So this speaks to it. I could make it a little bit better and make it so it's like there's a little switch, reveal the true meaning. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. All right, there we go. So we have got our section with the toggles. This is just excellent. Honestly, this is already so much better, and I think is going to convert so much better. One more thing that I want to add to this is like, so that people can kind of preview the pronunciation feature, like a little play button here so that you can listen to what these things actually sound like. That being said, I don't want to make an OpenAI call every single time someone clicks it. So I want to see if Claude can like add it, but actually download that audio file and then play it. That way I'm not, it's not costing money every single time. So I'm going to give that a go right now. But yeah, I'm super happy with how this is looking already, and it hasn't been too much time. All right, great. So I finally got this section working. It was having some issues with the Portuguese one. I don't know why. It was like, it would say one thing here and the pronunciation would be, I don't speak Portuguese, right? So like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but like it was literally completely different, the pronunciation from the text that was there. Maybe that's a feature of the Portuguese language. I doubt it personally. Anyway, so we have this section now. This is looking pretty good. Next thing I want to do is add like navigation links. So like I want to add one for examples, I want to add one for languages, and I want to add one for pricing. So let's do that now. All right, there we go. So we got our navigation links. They are working great. I thought I was gonna have to tell it to like do some offset so it doesn't do that, but it figured that out automatically, which is awesome. So what have we done so far? We have added a bunch of navigation links. We've added this example section right here, which works. It has pronunciations, which are good. And they don't cost money because we've run the call to OpenAI, we've saved the audio files, and that's all that's playing here. Unlike in the app where they run that and it does actually cost money. Okay, so then we have this languages section, and I also added an FAQ section over here. I think we've made a ton of really good progress. This homepage is looking exponentially better. I want to do one more thing, and then we're going to push this live. That is in the pricing section. I want to show that you can pay with Apple Pay and you can pay with Google Pay. I'm going to do that now, and we'll come back when it's done. Alrighty, so just like that, it is just under an hour on my clock. Obviously, this video was a lot shorter than an hour because I sped things up. And this homepage is looking 100 times better. First of all, we're actually explaining how it works to people. They can kind of test it out and see why it matters so much, because people don't necessarily know this, especially if you only speak one language. Like before I learned another language, I did not know this. I kind of just thought, like, for example, I'm feeling under the weather. I thought you could translate that into every single language exactly like that, and people would know what it means. Obviously, that's silly, but you don't know. You don't know until you know, right? Like with everything. So we added this, which I think explains to people why it's so important. We still have these sections. We have a section that shows all of the languages that we use. We have made the pricing section a lot better, showing people that as well you can pay with Google and Apple Pay. There are frequently asked questions as well. And then the call to action. So this is looking a bazillion times better, and I bet it's gonna convert better too. So that was all for this video. Join me in the next video as I continue trying to turn this into a real vibe-coded business. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.